Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Let me move this banner. I was playing around with banners. How y'all doing tonight on this Eight of Spades day? I mean, spade season has been spading, right? It has really been you think about what wisdom is, right? And you don't know wisdom till you know wisdom. I know wisdom now. I didn't know wisdom for a long time. It was fleeting, right? I was so impulsive and didn't necessarily wait for things. Hi, Tiff. So now that I know wisdom, it's just so dope, right? It's so dope. But space season has been pretty interesting. It's definitely has a lot of for this time of year, especially in March, a lot of fire, a lot of pressure and stuff is happening. But we got the cards, so excuse me, we handling it pretty well. The nine of spades yesterday, pardon me. The Nine of Spades week was in December, right? And some pretty difficult things happened that Nine of Spades week, right? And then I discovered the Nine of Spades was my moon card, right? And I've been working with it and doing my due diligence with the Nine of Spades. And yesterday, the things that happened in the Nine of Spades week came to a conclusion. It's like I look at nine so differently, and Nine Spades is my moon this year. And for my 7 year spread, let me see. My seven, this is why we're going to learn the Grand Solars fam, because it's important to be able to understand these things. And in my 7 year spread, the Nine of Spades is my reward, right? And Three of Spades is my Pluto. So that's intense for 7 years, right? So looking at hey June, looking at it, it's been real interesting. But we're going to talk about the grand. You made it. Hey everybody. We're going to talk about the grand solar square. So you also have lots of questions, right? This is from my book. If you have my book, we are on if you have my book, we are on page 71, which is the life spread. So if you don't have my book, you can get my book. Look, guys, I made a banner. Y'all just, you know me, boy. Look at my banner. It don't have my website on it though, but feel free to hit up Saturn 796 or Diamonds 57 at Gmail, PayPal. Feel free. Right? Donations are very much appreciated, right? I'm just saying. But yeah, let me take the banner off. If you are, you want my book, it is on sale on my website. I'm trying to get it on sale on Amazon, but Amazon is difficult. Once you put it up there, it just, I don't know how to get it. Hey, how do I get it on sale? So I'm working on getting it on sale on Amazon to discount it or something. So I guess I have to call them. But this is page 71 in my workbook. So if you don't have the workbook, this is what we're going to be using, fam. Now, I need some enthusiasm. Okay. I'm teaching the cards. I'm giving you everything I have, all of the stuff that I learned, I want to share. It's not fun doing cardology by yourself. It's not, right? I have a class now and it's so dope. I mean, this class is fire. It's an introductory class. Thank you. She said, I have all your books. Yay. That's what I'm talking about. So it's an introductory class, and the next one starts in like 3 weeks. So yeah, it's been real good. learning from the beginning. I find people as I'm sitting and talking to them, because there is so much information out there. But I'm a fundamentalist. I love fundamentals, and the fundamentals give you a better understanding. So let's get started with a question. Somebody tell me what their card is on here, and let it be a newbie. Don't let it be you old people on here, even though everybody on here is. Is there a newbie on here that wants to look at their card on the life path? Hey, Jay. Is there a newbie? Come on now. We got a newbie on here. Give me a question about your car. We're going to talk about the Grand Solar. This is a life spread. Now, the life spread for me is the Holy Grail, because when we're looking at this, we get a chance to see, this is telling us who we were when we were born, but we get a chance to see the relationship that we have with everybody else, right? Once we get to see that relationship, we're like, wow, now I get it. So this is why we use the Grand Solar Squares, because they open you up to a whole new world, right? So come on now, somebody need to jump on in here and smash that like. Oh, go ahead, Jay. She says smash that like. I know that's right. Smash it, like, and share. 10 of diamonds right here. Oh my gosh. See, y'all was wrong, because I could have got something easier than the 10 of diamonds. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So we're going to start with the 10 of diamonds. Now, that's saying we all holding that 10 of diamonds. And guess what my card is today? The 10 of diamonds, right? I was just looking at my weekly spread, and I was like, that's why I've been on fire today. And like a social butterfly, right? I just was out and about, and I had such a dope day. And when I came home, I was looking at my planner. I said, I'm a 10 of diamonds today. That's why I've been all shiny, right? So when we think about the 10 of diamonds, we think about that coveted place that people want to get to. It's Jupiter, right? But hey, Brandy, I like that picture, girl. But that 10 of diamonds is a coveted place that everybody wants to sit at. But there's a lot of steps before you get to the 10 of diamonds, right? We're going to talk about that, in other lessons. But right now, we're going to talk about how we discover the hidden talents and all of the attributes that I like to talk, that I love with the cards. And the 10 of diamonds, of course, it's a master, because 10s are masters. 10s, that is the number 1, which is a leader. And it's the 0, which opens you up to infinity. You remember the 0 is the void. Everything comes out of the 0. So when we think about a 10, we think about mastering, having that. 10s just have a certain something about them. If they are confident, and they have the understanding, because you've gone through the process. You've gone through the ace to the 9, and now you're standing in that 10. Now, the 10 of diamonds, it adds a whole different flavor to it because of the diamond. And diamonds are the what I like to call, they're the managers, they're the responsible ones, the supervisors, and the mature, the spades are the elders. The diamonds are the responsible. They have responsibilities, a lot of responsibilities, because it's a process. Diamonds are a process, right? So when you think about that 10 of diamonds, you think about how do you use all of the things that you've acquired, because like I said, you get to the 10 of diamonds after you've gone through the process from the Queen of Hearts, right? Which is Neptune. But that 10 of diamonds wants to be able to use all of the stuff that it has in a very profound way, because look at those 2 queens. Right, those 2 queens, you got mastery all over the place. You got the challenge, and that's a big card to be challenged by the Queen of Spades, which is my lifetime challenge and Karmic card. And then you got that Queen of Clubs, That is the supporting card. So what does that tell you about the 10 of diamonds? It tells you about the 10 of diamonds is here to help you to understand your mastery. I think of Jupiter as networking. When you're in Jupiter, it's about networking. Jupiter is that societal planet that we use to build the things that we need in society. So when I think about Jupiter, I think about the work that I'm doing and the people that are going to be helping me to do the things that I want to do. You got to be a networker when you're a 10 of diamonds. You're going to need people. You're going to need people that are going to support you. Say you want to open up a business. You opening up a business that takes, if it's an online business, you still have to have suppliers. You have to have all of the things that you need to run an online business. And that's what society looks like. It's like networking. You have people that are going to support you. If you're not a good networker, you're not going to be able to use that 10 of diamonds in the way that it's intended, because Jupiter is that societal planet that we run on, right? We run on society with Jupiter and Saturn. So when we think about the 10 of diamonds, it's like you want to have done the work before you sit in that house. So with you having the 10 of diamonds as your card, your birth card, you got a lot of responsibility. You're going to be called upon. 10 of diamonds is going to be called upon. We could think of Steve Harvey. He's a 10 of diamonds. And Steve Harvey, he has so many shows and so many things that he's doing. He is responsible for a lot of people. He's responsible for, and responsibility comes with Jupiter. So he is responsible for a lot of people. So he has a lot of ambition, a lot of, he uses it to make sure that he has enough income coming in to be able to support people. So at 10 of diamonds, it has a lot of responsibilities. Those two queens, right? Hey, Chantel. That's a lot of responsibility with those two queens there, right? Because queens are mirrors. So the 10 of diamonds is always looking at themselves, right? Always looking at themselves, always trying to make sure that the reflection that people are seeing is it isn't something that is how would I say, greedy. You could be, with that one, that's the best word I can use at this moment. It's greedy, right? With a one, that's not a good description of a one. But that 10 of diamonds is a very powerful card. It has a lot of responsibility. So when we look at it sitting in Jupiter with those two queens, we understand that it's going to be a card that's going to be called upon. It just is. How can you hide? You can't hide. You can't hide in Jupiter, right? When you go outside and you go to work and you go in your office and you try to hide, that's when everybody want to come and see what you're doing, right? No, that's a responsibility. But that 8 of spades today is the Mercury card. So how have we been feeling in spade season? I mean, it has been, I'm telling you, boy, my brain doesn't cut off, right? When I go to sleep, I sleep because my brain all day long is going like this, do, trying to soak up everything. And spades, you think of spades, the spade is looking through those other elements. So that's like, I'm working on something. How do I pull, if it's emotional, how do I pull on that heart? How do I pull on that diamond? How do I pull on that club? And I feel it. I feel the overwhelmness of being a spade, right? And that 8 of diamonds, that 8 of spades and Mercury, that's communication. So you think about communication with the 8. Now, Mercury is communication, and fives are ruled by Mercury. So you're going to know that there's going to be some sort of it's going to be a hiccup when it comes to communication as a 10 of diamonds, because 8s and 5s, they do not complement each other, because 5s want to be free, and eights are ruled by Saturn. They want to get it done. So a 10 of diamonds communication can be a little off. Could be a little off is because you're trying to get it out, and the 8 is like it's a process. So if we think about the 10 of diamonds in their communication and Mercury, yeah, you think about it. 10 of diamonds could be high octane, right, when it comes to communication. So that 8 of spades is telling you that it's a process, right? It's a process, and the process is one of coming from that 8 automatically as maturity, and then that spade added on. So, but it's Mercury, right? So the 10 of diamonds, it could be difficult. Childhood could be difficult for the 10 of diamonds. A 10 of diamonds could have a difficult childhood, right? When you think about that 8 of spades and you think about learning from those first 13 years, what are you learning? Responsibility. If you got siblings and you attended diamonds, you was a babysitter. Right? With that 8 of spades, your parents were quite okay with making you responsible, right? That 10 of diamonds, oh yeah. There's a lot of responsibility having that 8 of spades. So you think about how we both of them said it was hard. Oh wow. Yeah, unfortunately. So we're thinking about the 8 of spades, and what is the supporting karma card, right? I can look at my big screen, because that screen right there. So we think about the supporting karma cards as 6 of clubs. So the 10 of diamonds as a child is a chatty Cathy, right? The 6 of clubs is like, go ahead, say it. Go ahead, you can talk. So they got a lot to say, and a lot to say that could be really it could be really triggering to parents, right? Because that 8 of spades got a lot of fire, right? So the 10 of diamonds is pretty much somebody got back talk. I'm just saying, they got back talk, right? They got back talk. They are going to talk, right? That 6 of clubs, they got back talk, because it's the supporting karma card. Now, the challenging karma card is the king of clubs. So this is where it gets interesting, because that king of clubs is sporadic. But when that's when the smart mouth comes, the king of clubs, right? Because that's Uranus. So that king of clubs gives the 10 of diamonds that smart mouth, right? It's like, oh, I see that I could set it off, right? That king of clubs is set it off. It's Uranus. So yeah, the 10 of diamonds childhood, interesting, right? Very interesting. So this is how we read the grand solar squares. We weave a story. We're telling a story, and we're using the elements to be able to tell a story. So we get a more in-depth understanding of what we're looking at. Then we move on to the Ace of Hearts, which is the Venus card. Now, the Ace of Hearts in and of itself, by itself, Uranus and Jupiter, Ace of Hearts is a very interesting card, right? The one thing that I start with is with the ace, and aces are the babies, but Jupiter and Uranus, that's those two. One is a societal planet, and the other one is a generational planet. So Ace of Hearts, they bring it, right? They bring it. So that 10 of diamonds can bring it. It could really bring it when it's having conversations, is communicating in relationships and stuff like that, because that Ace of Hearts wants to connect. It's trying to connect in relationships, but it also can be a little promiscuous. Yeah, right. That's a very promiscuous place. That's a very promiscuous placement to have the Ace of Hearts and Jupiter Uranus, right? I'm just saying that's promiscuous. Promiscuity. I'm just saying that the Ten of Diamonds could be very I'm just saying it's just a very um promiscuous card because that Ace of Hearts, that's your Venus card, and Venus is desire. It's all of that. They got all the zhuzh that goes with Venus, but it's Jupiter, and Jupiter is outside. That's an outside placement. So the Ace of Hearts being youthful and very curious could be a little promiscuous, right? It could be having a lot of she said had a couple of boyfriends. And because the supporting card, because the Three of Hearts, that's not an easy placement, because the Three of Hearts is Mercury. So that Ten of Diamonds could be very detached. Right? It could be a very detached. Jupiter is not really detached, but Uranus is. Uranus is a detached planet, and you got Mercury, which is the Three of Hearts. So Uranus is a higher octave of Mercury. So the Ten of Diamonds could be detached. They could be very detached. They could get over you so fast that you said they was lying in the beginning. It's like clutching my pearls. We're breaking up. We already broke up. I don't know where you were, right? Ten of Diamonds is we broke up, right? And then the Ace of Diamonds, Mars comes along, and the supporting karma card is the Ace of Hearts, right? You need a variety. I know you did, right? And that Ace of Diamonds, that's Mars, right? So really, it's gonna have to, it gotta come through you taking me out and really spending some money on me. Ten of Diamonds, you're gonna take me out to dinner. You're going to and you're gonna always, that Ace of Diamonds is always gonna want something new. It's like Ten of Diamonds are gonna get bored. It's Mars. It's gonna want something new. And Mars is already the baby. An Ace of Diamonds sitting in there. So the Ten of Diamonds could get bored with you real quick. Right? Get really bored. Ooh, first one is a Ten of Diamonds. I'm just saying. Done fried my brain. Okay. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, new, definitely. I know, right? So when we're looking at the grand solar squares, we're looking to tell a story. We're looking to tell a story. If you're looking at, say, the Ten of Diamonds, today's the Ten of Diamonds. You want to know what your relationship with the Ten of Diamonds is. Say there is an Ace of Clubs in here, right? So the relationship between the Ten of Diamonds and the Ace of Clubs, you count between. So you can say the Seven of Diamonds, the Six of Hearts, the Ten of Diamonds. They have a Mars relationship. So if you meet an Ace of Clubs and they're gonna be familiar to you because your Mars card is an ace, but they're gonna want to talk a lot. Now, you being a diamond, an Ace of Clubs, and you might not do too good because they're gonna want to talk. They're gonna want to, you ain't get to your clubs yet. So it's like they want to talk a lot. They want to hold your attention, right? Because that card is semi-fixed, and the Ace of Clubs wants to hold your attention, and Ten of Diamonds is Jupiter. So that could be a tricky relationship because that Ace of Clubs is they're gonna need a lot of your attention because they don't move. But Ten of Diamonds is all over the place. So you wouldn't necessarily be compatible with the Ace of Clubs in a relationship unless you mature enough to understand, and unless you are okay, because your reward card is the Seven of Clubs. So if you okay with communicating, but the Seven of Clubs, it may not communicate in the way that the Ace of Clubs wants to communicate. So That's how we look at the relationships to see, man, I don't know why me and this person hit it off like this. Because you have different attributes, right? Because yeah, that seven of clubs is your reward, but what does that mean? What does that mean? What kind of communication does the 10 of diamonds have? Right? Because that ace of clubs, it's an ace. And I don't want to be beat up by those. The 7 of clubs is Saturn Uranus. That's a heavy, heavy, heavy energy. So that ace of clubs may not necessarily be a good fit, right? So what about the 2 of spades? The 2 of spades is the same. You got a Mars relationship, because if you go, you say 3 of clubs, 9 of diamonds, 2 of spades. You count the spaces in between to the card. So you got a Mars relationship with the 2 of spades. Now, what's different is the 2 of spades is it's a pretty mature card. So when you think about the way y'all come together and the way y'all communicate, and what also will make it so interesting is the supportive card to the 2 of spades, the king of clubs, but it's a challenging card to your 8 of spades. So it could be conflict there. Could be conflict, but if you are using that queen of clubs and your intuition and all of that good stuff that comes with that queen of clubs, it won't be as difficult for you. But that king of clubs, yeah, that gives that 2 of spades a big your 10 of diamonds and your husband's a queen of clubs. Ooh, yeah, that's a good combination. Because he's very supportive. But yeah, that 2 of spades, yeah, you want to understand the connections. And that king of clubs, it's a challenge. The king of clubs is a challenging card to your Mercury. So that 2 of spades may tweak you, right? Because their supportive card is the king of clubs. What'd you say, Monty? How about the 6 of spades composite and the 7 of hearts transformation card? Scares me. The 7 of hearts is my peak card, and he's a 9 of clubs. Ooh, child. So you got 6 of spades is your composite. The 7 of hearts is your transformation. Yeah, and he is the 9 of clubs. Oh, Monty, you just made me dizzy. Ooh, so I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at the 6 of spades composite. I'm not. That's mature, but it's pretty good. 6 of spades is the card that really pays attention. It's a attention card. That card is Uranus, Neptune, but it pays attention because sixes are ruled by Venus. So that says that card has to pay attention because things that are happening, they're going to come back in the future with any kind of 6. Sixes definitely can bring things back to you, but I'm not mad at that card because the challenging karmic card is the 9 of spades. So that's a Mercury card to the 9 of clubs. Learning not to get mired down in stuff, learning how to be more to notice when things are kind of getting stagnant and push it along with that 6 of spades and that 9 of spades to push things along. It's like, okay, because 6 of spades is slow and 9 of spades is slow. So knowing how to move it along, having fun is important. That 7 of hearts is saying that you just got to let it do what it do, right? The 7 of hearts is saying you are building something here, but you want to build it and be assured that the work that you've done is okay. That's the transformation. So 7 of hearts is the card of allowing, and is the card of understanding that the boundaries that you put up, you got to trust them. It's like you if you don't have boundaries, then ain't nothing. But if you got boundaries, you got to trust them. He's your ex from 25 years ago. Ooh, child. Marnie, I ain't messing with you, Marnie. That daggone Scorpio always got some shit in the shinola. I needed a swig after that, Marnie. The word X is for a reason. These are six of spade. You got a six of spade combination. You can't make this up. It took 25 years. Isn't that deep? That's how long the six of spades can take. That's deep. That's deep. But I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. I'm not mad at it at all. Ooh, wee. But that's a good one. That's a good one, boy. What did you do in your past life, Marnie? Six of spade came back. Ooh, child. You can't run from it. Now that you have opened up the door, this one gotta play out. It got to play out. You need to play that six of spade. Play your hand, girl. She said you're a three of diamonds, and so is your toddler. His father is a jack of clubs. Oh, shoot. Ooh, wee. That's so crazy. You know, when you think about the three of diamonds, the supportive karma card is the queen of diamonds, right? And the queen of diamonds is the challenging karma card, is the three of diamonds, but the Pluto is a jack of clubs. Ooh, child. That house, excuse me. That house, whew, 2 3 of diamonds and a jack of clubs. That's just, whew, that poor jack of clubs. What did he do? What did he do? Because the three of diamonds can be pretty fixed. They could be fixed. That's deep. Ooh. Yo, just got some stuff going on. Ooh-wee. Since you know that the three of diamonds can be fixed, you gotta, you have to allow space for that jack of clubs. You gotta allow space. You have to. You gotta give that jack of clubs space. That's Pluto. You gotta give that jack of clubs space to roam, enjoy, and come back home to y'all. Cause ooh, child. Yes, my birthday has a lot of Scorpio and Aquarius. There's a beef. I know it. She said, I know there's a beef. Oh, child, there's a beef. You got a beef with that. This is what I'm saying. When we look at the grand solar squares, we see the beef. I give him so much grace, but he's an addict and I'm over it. Yeah. Jack of club, definitely. Yeah. Looking for lawyers. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my God, that is something else. Jack of club gets addicted. It's hard. That nine of diamonds in Mercury. Can you imagine how much they don't care? The Jack of clubs, that nine of diamonds in Mercury, they don't care. They don't have a lot of it's like that's they already sit in Uranus and they're detached. Nine of diamonds is detached, so you can see that the desires and all of that kind of stuff there. But that's a long road to toe. The challenging karma card, the queen of diamonds, is like they will do anything that they can do to get that right. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one with a jack that is on any kind of substance. That's a hard one. They don't do that's a hard one. Except for jack of spades, because jack of spades is they eventually gonna hit a brick wall, right? That was good. Y'all quiet out there, boy. Y'all quiet. Okay, so let's go back to the grand solar squares. So what else about the grand solar squares? If we are looking for a particular thing, right? Say we want to know something about career. What will we look at if we're looking on the grand solar squares? What role would we be looking at for careers and stuff like that? There are so many ways to approach it. There's so many ways to approach career. Are you beginning a career? Are you changing a career? Fives are definitely going to be diverse. The nines are going to be more inclined to, want something different. Nines, crack in that, what she said, and that booger sugar got him on the oh my God. It's not one addiction, it's another. I know, right? Does the Jack of Spades and Mercury mean they have challenges in communication? Mm-mm. Not Jack. No, Jack of Spades and Mercury. That's a two of diamonds. No, boy. Mm-mm. They don't have no trouble in communication. You might not be able to believe them, but no, they don't have no trouble communicating, right? The thing about the Jack of Spades, it's able to clone things. And because it has the seven of clubs as its challenging common card and that 10 of clubs as a supporting common card, they got the gift of gab. They got the gift of gab. They are very versed at communicating. It being a Mercury card, no, that's a superpower. Jack of Spades and Mercury is a superpower. That's someone that can really get things going, being a promoter or something on that and that's a two of diamonds. Two of diamonds are very well versed, good promoters. They're people that are good at gathering people together in large groups and making things happen. It takes, for you to make things happen, it takes skill. And that two of diamonds is very skilled. They can make things happen with that Jack of Spades and Mercury. So no, they don't have challenges. Now, we might have challenges believing them, but they ain't challenge communicating, right? The 10 of diamonds, 6 of diamonds with a king of diamonds child, no longer together, but he don't like paying child support. He's a 6 of diamonds. Well, I want you to pay attention to the next 6 weeks because I said that anything to do with child support is going to take a left turn for them karmically. Something's going to happen along, and you being that person to push it along is important because the 6 of diamonds is in trans Pluto. And I said this is the beginning of some karma for the next 6 weeks. We're going to see a lot of changes and a lot of things. But where are you at when it comes to the understanding of the karma that you're carrying? This is a chance for us to really pay attention to how we do what we do, because we got to clear out stuff. It's like we can't look at what other people aren't doing because the universe is going to make it happen. But we got to get into that place of having space. It doesn't necessarily have to come from him, but it's coming from somewhere, right? Karmically, it's coming from somewhere. So you just got to get into that place because the King of Diamonds is going to definitely have a lot of impact on when and how that money gonna come through, right? So this is that 6-week challenge that we're doing to clean up our karma. We're doing this. This is our first week, and we're doing a 6 weeks challenge to clean up our karma because it's coming. She said you're a 9 of hearts in your 7 of diamonds year, and your B is, I don't know, baby daddy is a 6 of diamonds. That is a interesting because the 9 of hearts is the moon to the 6 of diamonds, right? You see the 6 of diamonds on here. The 9 of diamonds, the 6 of diamonds, the 9 of hearts is the moon. So every other year, yeah, that could be that's a interesting very, only because it's that semi-fixed card. I think if it wasn't a semi-fixed card, it would be better. But that semi-fixed card and that 6 of diamonds, it doesn't go well. It just doesn't. That 6 of diamonds can be very in their feelings, and then all of a sudden it just gets really interesting with the 6 of diamonds. That 9 of hearts in the moon is more stabilizing, but that 7 of diamonds in the moon, that is not a good placement. It's not a good placement. So every other year you're going to see how interesting it could be, right? That 6 of diamonds gonna love you or hate you. Right? It just is. That's a very karmic placement to have the nine of hearts in your moon and it's Saturn, right? So that's like having a Capricorn moon. And you think about six of diamonds, they act like you could see a six of diamonds acting that way, right? So yeah, it's very interesting. You just recently entered a relationship with your God card, the Jack of Diamonds, and the combination is the Two of Diamonds. What does it mean being the Jupiter card to our combination card? Yeah, you definitely have a social relationship. Y'all want to get out. You know, when you have anything in Jupiter, you just want to get out and you know, that combination is the soulmate. The Two of Diamonds is the soulmate card. So your relationship in the world, when people see y'all together, they're going to see a strength, see a different kind of relationship with y'all, but definitely will intrigue them. Your relationship will intrigue them because the way that y'all communicate and the way that y'all are out and about, that Jack of Diamonds and then that Two of Diamonds combination, it could be, I'm trying to think of the Jack of Diamonds with the Two of Diamonds. Of course, the Two of Diamonds is Mars Saturn, right? And that could be kind of like a wet blanket. Right. So you want to be mindful of that. You want to show your growth and you want to show your stability and all that kind of stuff. But the Two of Diamonds sometimes can be, they have an Ace of Hearts and Pluto. So sometimes that Two of Diamonds can be a little, it really can do a lot. So I would have fun. I would definitely have fun because your relationship is going to be an outside relationship. You'll be the type of person that say, why are they in our business? It's Jupiter. They're going to be in your business, right? And people are going to root for you, right? You just received, what did you say? You 4 checks from Apple for a device. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm just saying, isn't there? I said that Six of Diamonds is going to be showing out this week. It is. What did I get? I got an opportunity to pitch for a radio show. Ooh, child. Y'all know I've been talking about radio show forever. And I got opportunity to pitch. I said, okay. I see that. So yeah, the Six of Diamonds is going to come in ways that is leading to something, right? It's leading to something. We're going to do that. We're seeing that 6-week challenge. Who say yes? Green-eyed goddess. Let me see what you was talking about. Oh, you say yes to that Six of Diamonds. I know that Six of Diamonds. Ooh, child. Ooh, semi-fixed seem to have extremes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because you're thinking about having an understanding of energies. It's like the Ace of Clubs wants to communicate. It's a communicator. And then that Two of Hearts is like, when you think about the discovery of how you're going to mature into that relationship, because going from the Ace to the Two, that's that next step. And that Two of Hearts is emotional. So that Ace of Clubs communicating and sometimes wants to go off and get a book, and sometimes it wants to be so mental, and then somewhere in the background it's like, yeah, but I kind of want to be, that's that could drive you crazy. It's like, I kind of want to be in, yeah, I kind of, but right now I just want to go off and I just want to be, I don't know, because I don't know. I want to, but right now, and it was so hot and heavy with that Two of Hearts, and then it's like, yeah, but yeah, now I just want to go off by myself, right? Mercury, right? Today's your Jack of Hearts, Mars day. Ooh, wee. You're 10 of diamonds. Your husband is a queen of clubs. We are trying to move to another state. Is there anything showing a move? Oh, no, not on here. This is a light spread. Nope, it's a light spread. No, there's nothing showing a move on here. No, if we're talking about the light spread right now, this is where it started. This is where you began. We're talking about understanding the cards, understanding the connections. On here, we see the connections. It's like you can pick anything on here. Pick any two cards on here, and let's look at the connections. Dun, 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 dun. Do, do, do. Come on now, y'all could just pick it out the top of your head. Any two cards. I'll wait, right? Otherwise, I'm gonna pick the cards. It's new. Okay, it's new comments. This thing ain't moving. I'm sorry. I thought it wasn't no comment. I have a 6 of diamonds in Uranus in your yearly. Well, that's pretty good. Now, that means clean up some stuff. That 6 of diamonds in Uranus is just saying clean up some stuff because you got some, that's telling you that you have some good juju coming in the future, right? So who we have? We had the 9 of hearts and the 9 of clubs. Oh, you trying to be funny. Oh, she trying to work my nerve, huh? I should have picked it myself, right? So the 9 of this is a little tricky, right? Because the 9 of hearts is a semi-fixed card with the 7 of diamonds, and the 7 of diamonds has the 9 of clubs as its Mars card. So that's very intense. That's intense, right? That's intense. The 9 of hearts is Saturn, and it's a Mars relationship because you're gonna say the 2 of diamonds is Mercury, 8 of spades is Venus, and the 9 of hearts is Mars. So the 9 of clubs and the 2 and the 9 of hearts have a Mars connection, right? But every other year they have a Mars connection with Saturn, but every other year it's sitting Venus. So that would be the struggle because, Venus and Mars, they got to come together. So every other year that 9 of hearts sitting up there in Venus and being a Mars card, it could be an interesting year, right? So that's why we like the grand solar squares, because we get a chance to see. It's like, I really thought this would, I'm doing the combination, and the combination is great, but the combination doesn't mean a lot if you don't know the attributes. This is the main attributes of these cards, right? This is where you begin. And then the 9 of clubs has the 6 of spades as supporting karma card, 6 of diamonds. And remember, the 6 of diamonds has the 9 of hearts in the moon, right? I'm just saying, the rabbit hole just keeps going. It keeps going. That's why I teach the grand solar squares, because then we're like, I can build this relationship out. I could do things differently. I don't have to stay in a box, because we stay in a box because we're like, okay, the combination is that. The combination is not, that's good. But the combination doesn't give you that energy to see that we have Mars. We got Mars energy, and 9s are ruled by Mars, right? So yeah, we got Mars energy. 9s are ruled by Mars. All of that gives us a little different understanding, right? The 7 of hearts and the King of clubs. Ooh, child. The 7 of hearts and the King of clubs. So that's the King of diamonds. So it's Mercury. The 10 of hearts is Venus. Mars is a 3 of spades. 2 of clubs is Jupiter. So it's a Jupiter relationship, right? So they have a Jupiter cards. You count the cards in between. So 4 cards makes it Jupiter, right? So it's a Jupiter relationship between the 7 of hearts and the King of clubs, which is pretty good. It's gonna be social. Definitely Jupiter is social. That's a good placement, and understanding that you're gonna have to do stuff that's fun. You can't be and the King of clubs want to have fun anyway. 7 of hearts, kind of iffy, right? It's kind of iffy because of that Mercury placement there. Venus, yeah, fun, but that seven of hearts needs a lot of introspective time because it's a seven and sevens are detached and Mercury is detached. So it could be interesting. And, but the hearts and the clubs together, hearts of babies and clubs of teenagers pretty much are good together, but that seven of hearts might be a little bit, need a little bit of the king of clubs, and the king of clubs would be fine with that because the king of clubs can entertain themselves, but that seven of hearts needs to know that they need to pull back, right? You're a two of diamonds, daughter's a queen of clubs. Why is communication always to the left? Anybody got communication with the queen of clubs is to the left. I don't care who you are, right? Yeah, I'm just saying the queen of clubs. Woo! That's a powerful card. And your connection is Venus. And look at the connection because the queen of clubs has a jack of hearts and Pluto, right? Has a jack of hearts and Pluto. And the Pluto is the two of diamonds. So yeah, right? That's a lot. That's a big, when we look at these things, we get a chance to see it differently. Your in between you and your daughter is a jack of hearts. That's why. Right? That's a big one. It's like, what's going on here, right? Right, and it could work with the queen of clubs because the jack of hearts is definitely that card that shows up. Both of the queen of clubs and the jack of hearts are very nurturing cards, but the two of diamonds, it's hard to nurture the two of diamonds. They Mars Saturn. It's hard for nurturing, right? It's hard to nurture the two of diamonds. So that could be something that you want to look at too. Right? Let me see. Three of diamonds and the king of diamonds. Ooh, child. Three of diamonds in any cards. Three of diamonds give everybody a run for their money, right? So you got the nine of clubs, Mercury, the four of clubs, Venus, and the six of hearts is Mars. So you got Mars relationship between those two. Now, because they both diamonds, it's not such a difficult thing. But the thing about that three of diamonds is it's Mercury, Uranus, and that is that's communications that are subject to change and very clairvoyant, very much sometimes the three of diamonds can trip all over their tongue because the things that's going on inside of their head, by the time they get to their mouth, it's like, I don't know why I said that. It's Uranus. So that king of diamonds being more mature, hopefully, more mature would be able to, really understand that because the king of diamonds is Mars, Venus, and that comes with a lot of responsibility. So in that realm, but if the king of diamonds ain't responsible, that's gonna be some tongue wagging all the time, right? Okay, let me put my banner up again. I love when Lloyd be putting up the banners. Where's my banner? Here go my banner right here. Feel free, 796. PayPal is, and minimum I take is $29. I don't want nothing less than that, right? $29 is the $29, 29 solar value is the three of diamonds. Right, three of diamonds solar value is $29, so that's why it's $29, right? Three of diamonds, right? That's Donald Trump. I'm trying to get Trump money, so yeah, there you go. Cash App 796 Saturn right there. Saturn. The Saturn card to the three of diamonds is the jack of hearts, my transformation card. I'm telling you, I put a lot of thought into manifestation. I'm just saying. So y'all gotta hang out. We gotta figure that out. So feel free to hit that Cash App up. Cause y'all be over there on Lloyd's show, and y'all be there for every week on Lloyd's show, sending him $1.99. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Lloyd is a master. $1.99. I'd be like, that's just saying. Y'all be just doing too much. Send him some money, right? Lloyd Strayhorn need to be getting $100 hits every week. I'm just saying, he is an elder, he is a master, and we have to take care of him. He's on there every day. He's on there 3 times a week. And people be sending him $1.99. I just be like, y'all disrespectful. I don't know. I understand that people feel like, well, I'm doing something. No, you're not. Well, you can't buy nothing for $1.99 these days. Now, if you got 1,000 people on there and everybody send $1.99, it's fine. But you can see in the feed, nobody is sending anything. Send a man $50. Send him $100. Show him some love. That's my speech. Show Lloyd Strayhorn some love. What'd she say? I'm just curious to know why it's hard to nurture the 2 of diamonds. Because it's Mars Saturn, right? It's Mars Saturn. They old. They old souls, right? Mars is, it is, that planet that we would kind of think of would be, for nurturing and stuff like that. But Saturn, you can't nurture Saturn. So that 2 of diamonds, yes, it's kind of difficult. Mars Saturn is kind of difficult to nurture, right? They're kind of like old souls, right? 2 of diamonds are born old. Right? How many 2 of diamonds on here? Say I'm lying, because you know it's the truth. You know it's the truth. Them 2 of diamonds. Come on now. Y'all got 2 of diamonds in this room. Oh boy, they old. They old souls. They don't want to be nurtured. 2 of diamonds don't want to be nurtured. Right? They don't. They don't want to be nurtured. That's not what they came here for. Right? Come on now. What y'all doing in there? Saturday night, y'all out doing what? Okay, we almost at 9 o'clock. We almost at 9 o'clock. So y'all have an understanding of the Grand Solars now? Why can't I go back up? Can't go down. I'm trying to go back in the chat and see what y'all was saying. It won't let me do it. Your granddaughter is a 2 of diamonds. I know, right? Ain't she old? They are. They're mature for their age, right? They're mature. And when they know, they think they know. But Saturn is saying that, you do know something, but you don't know everything, right? That's your supportive karma card, the 6 of clubs. Oh, yeah, y'all old. 6 of clubs is definitely the 2 of diamonds and the 7 of diamonds. That's going to be interesting because the 7 of diamonds has the 2 of diamonds as its cosmic lesson. So I think relationships are something that that 7 of diamonds is always going to deal with. It's always 7 of diamonds are always going to be looking at how they relate to people, right? Right. Tony, I was wondering when you would raise your hand. Where's Tony at? Tony in here? Tony. I know Tony. I wouldn't have said nothing, Tony, if I knew you was in here. I said Tony ain't in here tonight. I'm going to talk about the 2 of diamonds. And Tony's in here like, I'm here, diamond. In her 2 of diamonds voice. Oh my God, that's funny. The 10 of clubs and the Queen of hearts. Well, that's interesting because, Queen of hearts has the 10 of clubs in Mercury. So their relationship If we look at it counting, you see counting the relationship between them is like the King of Clubs is Mercury, Nine of Hearts Venus, Ten of Diamonds Mars, Six of Hearts Jupiter, Five of Spades Saturn, and Queen of Clubs is Uranus. So they have a Uranus relationship. So that's interesting. 10 of Clubs and the Queen of Hearts, they have a Uranus relationship. That's interesting, right? Interesting. That's interesting. And then that's the Mercury card. So I think that it would be a very deep relationship, very in-depth relationship, definitely a relationship that's going to require maturity. You know, those are two pretty mature cards. So they're two pretty mature. It's all good. You love it, Tony. Oh my God. The Seven of Clubs and the Ace of Clubs. Ooh, Brandy. You know what? Brandy. I talked about that. The Seven of Clubs and the Ace of Clubs, right? Because it's definitely Mars, right? You got one, two, yes, a Mars relationship. But that Seven of Clubs, that's on Mercury Saturn. So the sternness of that Seven of Clubs and that Ace of Clubs, it depends on the ages. I'm pretty much, but you know, and that Ace of Clubs, it ain't going. It's not going to necessarily, because the Ace of Clubs is Mercury Venus. That's all about them. The Seven of Clubs is it is not about you. Right? Seven of Clubs. I'm sorry, it's not about you. I'm more mature than you are, and you have to listen to me because you're just an Ace of Clubs. And the Ace of Clubs is like, but I am the Ace of Clubs. You know, I don't have all of the tragedy of the Seven of Clubs. Seven of Clubs, it's a tragic card. I'm sorry. Saturn Uranus can be tragedy. It can be tragic, right? The upheavals that come in the Seven of Clubs life are upheavals, right? It's like turn the stuff like this. It's like, what just happened? The Seven of Clubs is, who turned the lights out? The world. So I don't know. The Seven of Clubs and the Ace of Clubs. Yeah, and the Seven of Clubs hidden power is the Ace of Spades, right? The Ace of Spades has the Ace of Clubs has the Ace of Spades in Saturn. See where we going with that, Brandy? Yeah, that's gonna be a relationship. Ooh, child. That's gonna be a relationship. It's gonna be interesting because the Ace of Clubs has to be mature. Has to be mature. They got to be mature to deal with all of that the Seven of Clubs is talking about, right? Because that's what it's going to be about, talking. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. Hit the like button, family. Hey, let me put that up there. Did y'all see that? Hit the like and share. That's right. Y'all want me back on here on Saturday? I'm just saying. Two of Diamonds and the Four of Spades. Well, it's a Jupiter relationship. So you can think about how the Two of Diamonds sometimes can seem a little unstable. And I don't, when it looks at Two of Diamonds, I look at that Jack of Spades and how they command stuff. But then that Four of Spades in Uranus, in Jupiter, yeah, that's tricky. That's a tricky one because that desire that Four of Spades brings, that's Venus, Jupiter. That's why it's called a card to living your best life, because that's you out in the world. You think about you, the desires and the stuff that you have, and then you get a chance to step out in the world and you like the world owes you something. That's the Four of Spades. The Four of Spades literally believes the world owes them something, right? They believe in themselves. So that Two of Diamonds, as its Jupiter card, that gives a whole different understanding of sometimes how the Two of Diamonds can be a little bougie. That definitely gives a understanding to bouginess, right? Because the four of spades is their Jupiter card, and the four of spades is definitely bougie. They live that the Venus attachment to Jupiter is living your best life, right? Because you think about that the second house, Taurus, and how you are amassing things. How do you do the things that you do? When you get to Jupiter, yeah, it's usually in reverse with the four of spades. It's like they want you to do for them because that's their personal planet, right? Venus. So four of spades wants you to do more for them. Yeah. So I can see the two of diamonds with that energy. That's interesting. It's not clicking in my head at all. The two of diamonds and living their best life. Two of diamonds and the four of spades. I gotta sit with that one. I could sit with that one. Oh, excuse me. Seven of clubs is your reward card. Yeah, the 10 of diamonds for sure. Or that's the card of saying it. Hit like and share, right? Well, this was so cool, fam. I appreciate y'all. This is from my book. So get my book. Where's my book at? I don't know where my book is. I see my book. I just don't want to get up to get it, but it's across the room. I'm lying. It's right here. I was lying. It's in my book. The Cardology. Oops. Let me get over here. Cardology workbook. It's on sale on my website. So go to my website and get my book so we can delve into why I wrote the book, because it has 161 delicious pages of cardology. So get the book, fam. Okay. If y'all want to see me on here on Saturdays, I want to see everybody in here have a book. Yes. Everybody in here have my book? Probably, right? Probably everybody in here already has my book. What Tony say? Every chance you get, I'm about that. I know, right, Tony? I'm thinking about it, boy. I'm thinking about that four of diamonds and that four of spades now and that two of diamonds. I'm thinking about it, right? And Kim got the nerve to be the 10 of clubs, the challenging card to you living your best life. I'm just cracking up, Tony. I just said that is just so hilarious. Ooh, comically, that's hilarious, Tony. The 10 of clubs is to challenge you to live your best life. That's hilarious. Ooh, I just got to sit with that one. You gotta sit with that one. Right? Your daughter and y'all both have 8 of diamonds, and I swear it's always a verbal altercation. Hey, I'm talking about the 8 of diamonds. Oh, stop it. Ooh, child. Ooh, that is funny. She said there's always a verbal altercation. Both of y'all trying to shine. It's like, I play my hand better than you do. No, I play my hand better than you do, right? Oh my God, Donis, I hope you back every Saturday. Yay! You laughing, Tony. You thought about that, right, Tony? You thought about that, right? You looking at that now, right? That's funny. That is funny. The challenging card because the daily clubs. Kim's the boss of you. I'm just saying, because the four of spades supports her. She just the boss of you. I don't even know how you get around that. It's like she's the boss of you. The four of spades is literally the boss. I'm just saying. She's the boss of you. Y'all marry each other. Oh yeah, they doing more than mirroring each other. A mirror would be good, but they ain't mirroring each other. They playing their hand to win. They are both saying, "I'm gonna play my hand to win." That ain't a mirror. They like they like it's like the 8 of diamonds, like you playing trump, you're playing spades, and you smack that card on the table. That's what they doing to each other. That's what they doing to each other. It's like, oh no, I got this one. No, I got this one. Eights don't stop. Eights don't give up. So when you have an eight, they're not giving up. And you know the eight of diamonds ain't giving up. So yeah, them queens are putting the brakes on you. Them queens, right? But yes, it's the ace that don't know how to stop. So that eight of diamonds, however it is in your hand, you being the parent, you're gonna have to be the one that steps up and says, "Okay, I'm just gonna end it." Because yeah, ace never gonna stop, right? They're not gonna stop. Don't push me. I know that's right. Don't push me. But that eight of diamonds ain't never gonna quit. So yeah, it's gonna be like that for the rest of your life. The eight of diamonds is the hidden power to the four of clubs. And I gotta tell Aquarius Maximus all the time, I ain't dead. You ain't never gonna be no eight of diamonds, right? It's a hidden power. Go find it. How is your hidden power? And I'm an eight of diamonds. Who do you think's gonna win? I'm just saying. Who do you think's gonna win? I am the eight of diamonds, and you have it as your hidden power. Oh, every now and then she forget who I am. Every now and then I gotta tap that ass. Girl, you ain't me. Right? Isn't that deep? You think about if one of your children has your card as their hidden power, they trying to overthrow you all the time, right? I'm just saying, it is so crazy to watch that four of clubs sometimes. I'll be like, ooh, having a day, aren't you? I've learned so much about hidden power. Mine is the three of clubs, right? You navigating the 10 of diamonds, it's been challenging. Yeah, the 10 of diamonds is challenging because it's an outside card. You got to go outside and network. You got to be building something when you have the 10 of diamonds, because when you leave the 10 of diamonds, you're going where? Right? Now you got to show and prove. When you leave the 10 of diamonds, you're going to the queen of clubs. Right? You got to actualize. The queen of clubs is Mars, Mercury. So when you leave the 10 of diamonds, you sitting with the queen of clubs. So yeah, this is a time for you, because now you're going to have to talk about it. You're going to have to be about it. That 10 of diamonds is about, think about it, is networking. Your hidden power is the take your card and put it together, and then look on page, what page is it? In the book, the solar value is on page. You look at the solar value of the card on page. So take your card together, and then you look at the solar value, like your card plus the other card, and then on here you're going to see the solar value, and that's the hidden power, right? So you add it up, add the two cards up. Right? Page 65. Thank you. Yes, birth card twice. And then if it's over 52, you subtract. If it's over 52, your hidden power is the three of clubs. Yeah, mine's is two. Sometimes it's a difficult placement, right? So thank you guys. This was so dope. If you don't have my book and you look at this video in the future, and I hope you do, because it has been shared and liked out there into YouTube world, get the book, because this is what I wrote it for, so we can learn using these amazing these plates, right? So y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. I appreciate y'all, and let me know if you want me to be back here on Saturday, right? Right, fam? Peace is the same as like on Clubhouse. Y'all on talking anyway, so at least I got a picture here. I got the grand solar up, right? Isn't that so dope? So y'all enjoy the weekend. Peace, fam.